title of this week's CQM Forecast alert is "The keys to inflation are wages, energy and agricultural prices." These are monthly economic indicators updated in this week's CQM. The downward revision of the real PCE and the upward revision of the GDP price deflator due to the May CPI update affected CQM forecasts. As a result, the economic growth rate in 2021 Q2 was revised downward by 0.36% and 0.37% on the expenditure side and the income side, respectively. The average economic growth rate on both the expenditure and income sides, which is close to BEA's GDO concept, has been revised downward by 0.37% to 6.42%. Inflation is accelerating in the current quarter. All indicators of inflation show an annual rate of over 5.5%. The headline inflation rate from a year ago is 3.74%, well exceeding the Fed target of 2%. CQM forecasts the inflation measured by all indicators will exceed 4% in 2021 Q3. Headline inflation from a year ago is projected to be 3.94% in 2021 Q3. The first factor affecting inflation is wage. We use the hourly earnings of all employees in private sector as a wage indicator. Wages has been increasing rapidly since last December. Wages increased by 8.7% and 6.1% in April and May, respectively. The second factor affecting inflation is energy prices. We use energy CPI as the index. Energy prices fell slightly from the previous month in April and May, but they have risen sharply since last December. The average annual growth rate of energy prices over the last 6 months is as high as 37.1%. The third factor affecting inflation is the price of agricultural product. We use the agricultural price index received by farmers as an index. Agricultural prices have exceeded 5% year-on-year since February, and it rose by 28.3% in April. Conclusion from this week's CQM forecast alert. First, CQM forecasts that all inflation indicators will exceed 5.5% in 2021 Q2 and will also exceed 4% in Q3. Second, the three factors that influence inflation are wages, energy prices, and agricultural prices. Third, there are rapid upward trend in all of these factors. Fourth, it's time for the Fed to worry about inflation. This slide contains information about this week's detailed CQM forecast, the original developer of CQM, and CQM theory papers.